Hey everyone, thanks for joining us for day 5 of the randomly pulling beers out of the Cellar Advent Calendar. This was a beer that Jacob, sitting next to me,
Yeah, close.
sales rep for Medicine Hat Brewing Company and distant friend, brought its 2015 vintage of Alley-Cat's Old Deuteronomy barley wine. Absolutely fantastic beer that's released every year. One of the best beers that's released every year in Alberta. Consistently delicious and even better after 2 or 3 years in the bottle. We're going to get into it. It's got a gigantic ass cat on it, so you know it's going to be good.
Bolshaya Koshka.
I should have never agreed to have you on this show. And this is how we tank our YouTube ratings.
It's a review of Polruskita.
Full disclosure, we've had a couple drinks before we started this, but nothing to justify what he's doing. Awesome. So, beer pours an awesome, really dark, kind of like caramel toffee.
Oddly murky. Like,
always. It's always oddly murky.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if they keep yeast in suspension or whatever.
Got a crazy, crazy big toffee nose to it.
Yeah, with a little bit of like super bitter, like old hops to it, or like floral grassy hops, I should say, not bitter.
I got like cranberry, bright citrus, almost well, not bright citrus, but like the muted
citrus.
Yeah.
You went from bright to muted real quickly.
Exactly. You know, mulled.
This is
mulled.
Fired for the second time.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
So, anyway, we'll get into it and see how this is. The aroma's awesome. Typical standard American barley wine. Definitely not English. It's more of a hop forward aroma than you know, kind of a floral, grassy note or sweet note you'd expect from an English barley wine.
Yeah. No like leather note.
Cheers.
Weird notes like that.
Yeah, exactly what it tastes like every year.
Smooth as hell.
Like a double IPA that's been aging for 2 years.
Stupidly smooth.
Mm-hmm. Tons of coffee, or caramel, toffee. A little bit of bitterness on the finish, but crazy easy drinking barley wine.
Yeah, cleans up like that.
And for like $4.50 a bottle, it is an absolute steal. I buy usually 12 every year.
I wish I knew where I picked this up. Hell yeah. Definitely, I would heavily recommend this. Like, none of that weird cardboardiness, none of that dryness.
And the 2018 vintage comes out next week.
Hell yeah, definitely. Jump on that. Edmonton represent. YUG.
Yeg.
Yeah, McDavid. McJesus. Jump on it. I wish I knew a thing about sports.
Score goals.
I would love it if our team score the goals and not the other team.
All you need to know about hockey is that if you sports more than the other team does,
which is hard to do because of the defense.
Right, but if you sports better than they do, you'll generally win.
I've heard that, but then again, defense and the coaches, I only recently realized play
and HGH.
HGH, you know, HGH, MDMA, I'm talking like
PCP,
THC, all those
NBA,
boys. NBA, I'm talking like
DOA.
Yeah, exactly, DOA. I'm talking like freaking OPP. I'm hitting that hard. I'm thinking about
you know me.
I'm thinking about the the TNT. I'm thinking about the TMNT. Mm-hmm. All big stuff you got to consider.
And you know, I mean, honestly, I'm gonna wrap this up. The mark of a really good player in the NHL is you need to have ESPN.
An ESB. Bigger than anything. You have to have USB. USB higher than HDMI is important.
No, but if you have ESPN, you have that extra sensory perception network.
I was thinking
so you know what's happening ahead of you.
I was thinking like extra spicy picante.
That was a Trailer Park Boys reference you missed.
Well, that's fine.
So we're gonna wrap this up here. This is the longest video so far, but there was some banter.
Of course.
And we've got McDab over here.